Hey, Truffles, how you doing today? You know what time it is, right? It's time for these songs and stories for hard-hitting times. Are you ready for that? Yeah, it's time for songs and stories of hard-hitting times. I know. Truffles, say hello to everybody. Yep. I know. Dolina's not here yet, so she can't chase you away, right? But I miss all our friends at the cafe, at Kokomo Cafe, and you all have your pigs. So you can bring your pigs out so that we can share some time together, right, Truffles? Yeah, it's that time again. Hopefully you're here. I'm remembering the days before I went away, way back in the hills of old Vermont. And the orchard on the hill, I think I see it still, way back in the hills of old Vermont. For tonight I long to be where the catamount run free and the rattlesnake can lie out in the sun, near the voices of the loons when the apple blossoms bloom, way back in the hills of old Vermont. Well, there used to be a barn near the old fishing pond, way back in the hills of old Vermont. So many fields of hay now gone with yesterday, way back in the hills of old Vermont. For tonight I long to be where the catamount run free and the rattlesnake can lie out in the sun, near the voices of the loons when the apple blossoms bloom, way back in the hills of old Vermont. Well, everything has changed, nothing stays the same, way back in the hills of old Vermont. Like the old brown panther's roar, you won't hear that no more, way back in the hills of old Vermont. For tonight I long to be where the catamount run free and the rattlesnake can lie out in the sun, near the voices of the loons when the apple blossoms bloom, way back in the hills of old Vermont. Hi, this is Rik Palieri right here in the hills of old Vermont, and hoping that everybody's doing well today. I don't know if anybody's here or not because I can't see anybody, but I hope that you are. And Mariana is going to change something. Am I too loud?
No, you're not.
I'm not too loud. She's just changing the position. That's what a wife is here for, right? And she's turning it up. She's taking care of her poor husband. She's gonna try, and then she's gonna run back, and then the dog's gonna come in. Yeah, the dog is here now. So we didn't have the dog a few minutes ago, but the dog is here, and she's trying to sneak her way over here. Um, I'm hoping that you folks are having a good time. I certainly am. Dolina, please leave the room. No, she's gonna sit here. Oh God, she's coming over. Come over here. Come here. She wants to come here. Come here. Come here, Dolina. There she is. All right, just so everybody sees, Dolina is here, right? Are you here? Oh, she's a good girl. It's almost time to eat. Why don't you go? Go eat. Go. No, go ahead. Go. All right, she's got a treat. Good, good. Okay, so Dolina is Dolina makes every day bright when she's listening, which is not that often, folks. She usually has a mind of her own. Well, I am in a good mood today. I really am. Pam Zappardino. Say hello to Pam. Okay, Pam, good to see you here. And yes, and she's oinking. Maynard G. Pig says hi. And Al Poindexter is here. And Jamie Johnson is here. And oh, great. It's good to see you folks. Yeah, I'm really, really happy to like be here, you know, because I had this crazy, crazy thing that happened to me. I went for this irregular colonoscopy. I was talking about that on the last show. I was feeling that maybe something might not go right. You know, sometimes you have that kind of weird feeling that maybe something ain't gonna go right, and that's why I was kind of like not quite myself on the last live stream because I was a little bit worried. I had a reason to be because when I went for this routine thing, things didn't go right, folks. Oh, no, no, no. Well, it seemed like it was going to go right. You know, you go in there and, you know, they start doing all the things, filling out stuff. And I hate going to the hospital. I don't know about anybody else, but I always get nervous when I'm there. So I told the nurse, I said, well, you know, I might get a little nervous here. So if my blood pressure seems high, you know, that will probably be why. And, you know, she straps me up and she starts doing the blood pressure thing. Well, sure enough, I'm like, my heart is going all over the place. And then she kind of freaks out and she calls over for this other nurse. And at that point, she's going, oh, your heart is racing. Well, of course my heart is racing now because she's saying, oh, this doesn't sound good. Now my heart is really racing. And of course, the other part of the story was that to do this whole procedure in the middle of the afternoon, that means that pretty much 2 days I didn't eat any solid food. So I was like really low. So they pumped me up with some fluids, and then everything was fine. My heart's back, and they're wheeling me out to do this procedure thing, which once again I can't stand. And then I go over there, and as most of you folks know, here that I hurt my shoulder, and they roll me onto the shoulder, and I said, "That's the shoulder that's not so good." But they didn't care; they just rolled me over on my shoulder there, and then they put me out. I'm gone. So I'm gone, and I don't wake up for a while. And when I do wake up, you probably know what this is like. You wake up and everybody's standing around staring at you. And you realize you're back in the other room where Mariana is now. And they go, well, we're really glad you woke up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I woke up too. And they said, well, there was a problem. Mariana just did something. What happened? That's not me. I'm gone. Where did I go? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's happening here? What's going on? Hello? Hello? What's going on? Hi? What is going on? What happened? Oh, I can't see me. I see a video. I see a video of you, Mariana. I don't know. Come down here and look. This is weird. Well, folks, I'm glad that everybody can see me because this is like the weirdest thing. Mariana, come over here. She's coming over to take a look because when you see it, you're going to say, what is going on?
Why is that on me? That's an old thing.
I know. What happened?
There you are.
I know.
How do you get back there?
I don't know.
Go back. Go over there. Click up there. Picture.
I know. What happened here? Well, folks.
Can you close this?
Yeah. See if you can close that. Okay. Hey, I think I'm back.
You didn't go away.
I didn't go away. That was the strangest thing. All of a sudden, some video from the past came on my screen. Just go on. So anyway, that was sort of like what I was feeling like at the time when I woke up. Because I didn't understand what was happening. But anyway, I'm here now. Everything worked out in the end, as they say. And I'm glad to be here. And I am going to just try to play some music because this is driving me crazy. Because I have no idea what's going on. I was thinking of doing something today that was like banjo as comfort food. That's right, whenever I get kind of nervous about anything, I pick up my banjo, just start playing. Any tune that comes into my mind, and my mind right now is pretty foggy because everything that's going on. Well, you ought to see my Cindy, lives way down south. She's so sweet, the honeybee swung around the mountain. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Well, Cindy had religion, she had it once before. When she heard the old banjo, she's first one on the floor. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Woo! get along home. Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Cindy, Cindy, get along home. Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Woo! Old Cindy. And like I said, it was getting so weird. It's good to see Bobby Forrest is here and Alex Bed. Dang, look at the size of that microphone. Yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you, it's been such a crazy day because I was trying to do the live stream and all of a sudden I was seeing an an old video of Mariana and I talking from some other time. And it was like, whoa, whoa, Twilight Zone. And oh gosh. But one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about is like how a book can really change your life. And this book that I'm going to show you right here, not my book, I found a second edition of How to Play the 5-String Banjo. So this is, we went to an antique store, and the one that I had was the red book. You remember the red book, all you banjo players out there. But this one is printed by the author in 1954. And it's a little bit different because you can see it has this little drawing of Pete on here. And so this is a second edition. So it's kind of unusual. And it's a lot like, you know, the edition that most of us learn how to play, except it doesn't have a lot of things because it's an earlier version. But it kind of reminded me about, you know, the importance of this book and how, you know, just for anybody who ever wanted to play the banjo, the book is really kind of cool because it starts you off with this, Pete called it the Basic Strum. And basically, you take one finger and you pluck one string. We could take the first string. If you have your banjo there, pick that string. And then you come down and your thumb rests on the 5th string here, like this. And then it sounds off. So and you do that over and over again. And then you just throw in what they call a hammer. I think Pete coined that phrase. You can do it here or here. It's a good place on the 2nd fret of the bass string. Throwing that hammer down. You can throw it anywhere. And then you can do a pull-off where you have the string fretted and you hit it and pull it off with your finger. See that? So hammer, pull off, hammer, pull off. And then all you need is the slide. And you take your finger maybe on the 2nd fret and then you bring it down. You hit it. I remember I used to tell my students years ago, like it's the hinge of an old barn door and it opens up and then closes. Just, you don't move your whole hand, just that one finger. And then Pete, he was kind of really smart because what he did was he didn't give you a lot to do. You know, he just gave you a few simple songs and let you figure it out. And later on, he put a lot more songs in, I see, in the next edition. That, you know, you could, songs that you could just, he had. Well, it's hard, ain't it hard, ain't it hard to love one that never did love you? And it's hard, ain't it hard, great God, to love one that never will be true. Now, when you're singing, you don't have to play anything fancy. You just do that basic strum with that hammer, and it helps you be able to sing the words without thinking too much. And in between, then you can pick that melody. Try it again. It's hard, ain't it hard, ain't it hard to love one that never did love you? Hard, ain't it hard, great God, to love one that never will be true. And then he kind of gave you this thing that, let's say, you had a song that was more in a waltz time. So what do you do with that? So you double up on that strum. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Get that kind of feeling. It's an island way out in the sea, where the babies, they all grow on trees. And it's jolly good fun to sing in the sun, but you gotta watch out when you sneeze. Gotta watch out when you sneeze. Well, you gotta watch out when you sneeze, while swinging up there in the trees. You're liable to cough. You might very well fall off, tumble down, flop on your knees. Tumble down, flop on your knees. And when the stormy winds wail, and the breezes blow high in a gale, there's a curious dropping and flopping and plopping that little babies just hail. That little babies just hail. And the babies, they lie in a pile, and the grown-ups, they come after a while. And they always pass by the babies that cry, pick only babies that smile. Pick only babies that smile. So you get that sound of 1, 2, 3. So you have the regular beat, and then you have the doubled up 1, 2, 3, 1. And he even talks that sometimes you just pick the strum. Well, what do you work, John? I work on a lacquer. And what do you do, John? Oh, I push. And what do you push, John? I push it a lacquer. And how do you push, John? Oh, I push. It's one of these Italian working songs, one of the few that I've ever heard. And what do you eat, John? He only knew a few words. I eat it a big salami. How do you eat it, John? Oh, push. And what do you push, John? I push it a big salami. And how do you push it, John? Oh, push. And where do you work, Marie? What a telephone company. And what do you do, Marie? Oh, I push. And what do you push, Marie? I push it a company. And how do you push, Marie? Oh, I push. Oh, what a funny, crazy song that is. But, you know, it gives you an idea. So that's that 6/8. So you get, from that same basic strum now, we're able to sing songs in a lot of different times. From that just regular to the waltz time. And that 6/8. But you know, one of my favorite things is the frailing style, which is a little bit different because then you have to, instead of pushing, well, I got push on my mind, picking up, you're hitting down with your nail. Maybe sometimes you do it with your middle finger. So it has that same beat as we did before. But you can play it faster. Now, what I've been doing lately, which is kind of interesting, I added a little bit of a twist to it. I've been doing it so instead of just using my middle finger to do that, I do the middle finger, but I'm also adding in my index finger going down. It gets a little softer sound, and you can get that. Now, for any banjo player out there, this is a song, if you're going to learn one song, this is the international handshaking song of any banjo player. It's Cripple Creek. And it's not too hard. You can do it in that up-picking style that we were talking about. Slide down on the first string, down to the 5th fret. Then open, make a C chord, open, slide, and then you have it in D, but you could just slide it down from this 3rd string, 2nd fret, and open. So it would go. And then you slide and pull up, and then hit the 2nd there. Well, you have to get Pete's book and learn how to play it. I really recommend it. I got a gal at the head of the creek, go about to see her in the middle of the week. She's got eyes, baby, blue legs, my gun shirt straight and true. Gonna run, gonna Creek, have no fun, gonna Creek, going in the world, gonna Creek, see my girl. Girls on Cripple Creek, about half grown, jump on a ball like a dog on a moan. Kiss by the mouth, squeeze and wine, wrap arms around me like sweet Caroline. Gonna Creek, gonna run, gonna Creek, have no fun, gonna Creek, gonna world, gonna Creek, see my can't flip my banjo. My arm's too bad. Well, anyway, I hope that you had fun. This has been a crazy show. I didn't expect it to go in this crazy direction, folks. And I apologize that I didn't know what was going on. And I hope that that you'll say, well, you know, Rick, this is still fun. You're kind of out there. You know, at least it's isn't a stubborn Rottweiler, says Jamie Johnson. Okay. And Babaku, oinks. All right. And everybody's saying that they could see me when I couldn't see them. You know, a dramatic impact to your story. What's going on? Oh, we have to get back to the story because I never told you. So there I was, looking at the doctors, and they told me, they said, Rick, you know, well, they didn't say Rick. They said, well, we gave you the drugs to knock you out, and then you were in pain, so we gave you some bigger dose, and then we couldn't wake you up. And I said, I'm looking at them like, what? And then they said, well, you know, you might feel your chest is, you know, might hurt because we're pounding on your chest to try to wake you up, and you still wouldn't wake up. So we had to give you more drugs to wake you up. But it all worked. Yeah, folks. So it all worked. I'm here with a little bit of a scare. And it kind of, like I said, it got me in a better mood because, you know, I said, well, I don't have to worry about that anymore. And you know, the colonoscopy went well. I don't have to come back for 10 years. And I'm still here, and I'm still playing the banjo. And I hope that you'll be here next week while we continue this songs and stories for hard-hitting times. And who knows what we're going to do next week? I don't know. Well, what do you think? Okay, so Truffles says it's about time that we end this thing. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you next week. This is Rik Palieri in the hills of old Vermont saying, you know, get your vaccine if you don't have one. You know, keep yourself safe, and we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. Okay.